unarguable to say that this is the best period in the history of Crystal Palace Football Club. The Eagles are still riding the wave of that sensational FA Cup victory under Oliver Glasner last season, and despite a few legal problems and battles in the summer, they're still firmly enjoying their first ever European campaign. However, as it is the UEFA Conference League and not the Europa League that Glasner's side are competing in, this league phase has been much more about experimentation for the Austrian side, as they have an already stacked fixture list with a Carabao Cup quarter-final coming up next week as well. It means that Palace must win against Finnish side KupS at home in the final game of the UEFA Conference League phase to avoid an unwanted playoff in February and secure a place automatically to the round of 16, and that obviously a playoff would add to an already stacked fixture list. So it's time to find out if they can do it, as this is Crystal Palace against KupS in the UEFA Conference League, and it's here on Unfiltered Football. Right, first of all, apologies for the potential poor sound quality because the microphone has decided to off itself at the worst possible time. This is actually the final Unfiltered Football before Christmas, which seems absolutely mental to say, you know, starting in July. Never thought we'd get this far, truth be told. So yeah, thanks very much for those who keep watching every week. As you can tell, it's a one under the lights tonight. I'm really looking forward to it. The first European football game up in football. Palace taking on KupS. A big game in terms of who gets through the Conference League. Obviously, all games, 16 games I think, kicking off in the same time in the European division, if you will, tonight as well. So it should be a really, really fun night, and I can't wait to bring it to you. Now it's time for me to take you to Crystal Palace. Look at this, the Homestead Road though, literally on a hill with numbers. Sensational. Love to know what's in there, I'll tell you that. Right, this finished that. Making all the noise. I must sound proper geeky when saying this, but that was a proper roof in it. Nice. I feel like I'm on a mission to find those restricted view seats in the country. Luton was interesting last week. This is to be fair, you can actually see the side of the pitch just about. Restricted, not blocking, I suppose. Yes, I'm right to the back row. I don't know if you can actually hear me right now, but TV is trying to make loads of changes. Just a note that midfielder looks like he's captaining a side in a back three as a middle back three. Obviously, the fact that he's on Saturday night in the Premier League, Glasgow certainly prioritising that game. And KupS have got no one who really heard it, but it's mostly a full Palace Academy team tonight. It's interesting. Oh, tell me it's Christmas in a week's time. Who's the DJ here?
Palace, number 12, Cristante. Tonight's attendance was 21,306. Thanks for your incredible support tonight. The next game here at Sellers Park is on the 28th of December.
Well, that was a thoroughly enjoyable evening out, wasn't it? I mean, so many things to pick up on, as we usually do. We'll start with the stadium, and I thought Sellers Park is actually, it's more interesting than you expect it to be fair, because it's on a hill, which you wouldn't expect from like Croydon or South London, but it's on a hill like the Holmesdale Road end, the main home end is, I picked it up in the video, very, very windy though, so you could barely hear my voice, but the stand is literally built on a hill, so it's amazing how back in the day when they built it, how they managed to build it. So that's actually fascinating. Like I say, the stand we were in was on ground, sort of built underground on this like hilly area. Really weird, but yeah, really quirky and fantastic. A bit like Luton last week in that sense. Obviously, in terms of the game, Palace will be very, very disappointed. And they'll play or Zrinski Mostar of Bosnia or someone else whose name's completely slips out of my head at the moment. But basically, they'll face a bit of a randomer, to be honest, in February in terms of a playoff to get to the round of 16 of the Conference League, which is not one they needed, especially given the fact they followed up that draw after making so many changes with a 4-1 loss at Leeds on Saturday night as well in the PREM. So it's not been a great couple of days for Glasgow's side, has it? But, you know, what he's done for that club is just sensational. Maybe these two negative results will actually force the owners perhaps into making a bit more funds available in January, and obviously you know really trying to improve the squad, because they're going to need it. They've got a big Carabao Cup quarter-final, like I say, against Arsenal coming up in this midweek as well. So they're going to need all the help they can get, because they're going to go far, potentially, in quite a few competitions this season. But all in all, Palace, very, very impressed in terms of the setup and everything like that about the club. Palace fans, if you enjoyed this so far, that's the end of the video. But Palace fans, if you enjoyed this, any other fans, KupS fans, if you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed your trip away, you know, let us know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. It takes up literally no time whatsoever. We're still back for another festive episode next week, final one of 2025. So make sure you tune in for that, and I'll see you guys next week. Adios.